viewers. I hope you all had a really nice weekend, and I hope that last week was a solid week of trading for you. It was nice to have another 5-day trading week after the prior week was obviously shortened, and there were some pretty good swing and intraday opportunities. And as you know, my focus on these watch lists are, just provide insights, my thoughts, my plans concerning swing trading. But as I did last week, and as I want to continue to do going forward, is to just drop a few crumbs here and there as it relates to intraday trading, just in case anyone wants to explore those opportunities further, specifically what I thought were some of the top intraday plays from the prior week. So let's go over a few of those very quickly. I'll just name them, and if anyone wants to explore it further, then go ahead. I thought that the weed names ACB, CGC gave a really good morning blow-off extension to get short, and that was early in the week. CGC and ACB, really nice short opportunity once you got that morning blow-off, and I know a lot of traders did well on that, so great to see. ARM was the IPO. That was a really nice momentum long opportunity on day one. Once we reclaimed 60, pushed into the close, nice scalping opportunity. Day two, nice scalping opportunity on the short side, clean trender there. Holo was a liquidation play. Once volume came in, consistent sustained volume, clear liquidation going on. Seen quite a few of those in recent months. And FWBI was a nice stuff, small cap stuff short, and that was a really nice all-day fader and clean move there, below 1. But as I mentioned last week, when it comes to intraday trading, I can't really, and it's not something that I will plan for in detail ahead of time as it relates to specific stocks. Why? It's because new stocks are going to pop up all the time in the pre-market every day and intraday. And so it's not always possible for me to plan like I do with swing trading for specific stocks that I'm going to trade intraday. But what I do, and I urge you all to do with your trading, is to learn specific setups in detail. Understand the variables that make up that opportunity, understand the expectancy, backtest those setups, understand the historical win rate, and develop your own in-depth playbook in detail. And while I can't plan to trade a specific symbol and stock intraday ahead of time, what I can do is prepare for specific setups that are likely going to arise throughout the week, time and time again. So anyways, back to business now, back to swing trading. And last week I outlined 2 different ideas. And by that I mean, there was one really straightforward breakout long idea, and then the other one was really 100% reactive, unbiased, and that depended on whether the stock was going to break above and hold above resistance or below support and hold below that support level and critical level. And that trade idea was in Tesla and it worked really well. The stock broke above resistance, it broke above the 260 area, it held over 260s on Mondays, and later that day, a few hours later, it already came into the target that we spoke about in the watch list, 270. And it was a really good example of how, by keeping it really simple and simply reacting to price action above or below critical levels, the trade worked out well, and there's no need to really overcomplicate things sometimes. Sometimes the best thing that I can do is be aware of key levels, wait for price to confirm that buyers have stepped up or sellers have stepped lower, and then simply look to react. AMD was the other idea that didn't work. That didn't pan out. The stock didn't break above resistance. Instead, we still in this consolidation, and actually it's now looking to me a lot more bearish than bullish. But with that being said, for me it's an avoid going forward. I'm instead turning my focus and attention onto other swing opportunities, and there's a pretty important lesson there, and it's to never get married or so hung up on a specific stock or idea. Rather be flexible and prioritize your focus and your mental capital so that you can rather position that focus and mental capital on opportunities that are actually looking a lot better and more opportunistic with better risk reward. All right, so never take anything too personally when it comes to individual names. So new ideas for this week. And the first one is Palantir. So Palantir, it is up triple digits year to date. We know that it's been one of the high flying stocks, especially as it's positioned within the AI space. But actually, in recent months, it's turned negative in the last 3-month period, down 6%. And if you want to take a bit of a closer look at some interesting points about insider selling in the name or what analysts are currently seeing, you can take a look at the written form of the watch list. But from a technical analysis perspective, which is really what I'm primarily concerned and interested in when it comes to swing trading, I like the risk reward here, and I like to set up an opportunity here, and I like what I'm seeing on the chart. You could say that there's a head and shoulders that's developed, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. You can say that there's a bearish wedge pattern flag, whatever makes most sense to you. But what I'm seeing is a very clear level of resistance at 16, which is held time and time again, and it's proven itself to be a very key level. And I'm seeing that over the past week, the stock failed multiple times to reclaim 16, and therefore I see 16 as a great line in the sand, a great spot to put a stop loss for a short position. For an entry, I'm looking to get short on a lower high push and confirmation at around 1550s if we can get that. If the stock doesn't push up and give a lower high, then I'd be willing to get short if we break and hold just below 15 with a stop at 16. And my target for this trade is going to be into 13. I'd like to see a break below 14, and I'd like to take profits into 13. And I'd be okay holding this position for a week and a half. Just so long as it remains under 15, and of course, as long as it remains weak. And then the second opportunity and idea for this week is in CGC, but it also relates to ACB and some other cannabis stocks, because this is really part of a broader sector theme. And if you want to take a little bit more of a dive into what I mean by that theme and some catalysts that pertain to it, then check out the written version of the watch list, and that goes into a little bit more detail about the previous catalysts that really led to the surge in volume and price in the sector. But kind of along with what I touched on briefly in the watch list fundamentals and catalysts, I really like the development of the charts across the sector. In CGC and ACB, I like the risk reward to the upside. I like the growing short interest. I like the sustained volume and attention. This trade plan is a little bit different than other plans that I've outlined before, and that is because I'm not actually waiting to enter on confirmation. What I'm doing is I'm going to be buying probably half of the position that I'd like on dips within this consolidation that is still forming, and I'll have a stop at around 1. And I'm going to be looking to just buy some dips and get positioned within this consolidation that's forming. And, in that regard, you can say I'm predicting slightly, but I'm doing it with, half size. I'm doing it with a tight stop and a predefined amount of risk. And if I'm wrong, I'll take that small loss. That's okay. But if CGC can consolidate near resistance, 170, 180 thereafter, that's when I'll look to double up, put on my full position that I'd like, probably move my stop up to around 130. And I'd then be looking for a breakout above last week's high, and I'd be looking for a move over 1 to 2 to 3 days towards 250, 275, 280 within that area. And, so those are my two main swing ideas coming into the week. Of course, I'll be focused a lot on intraday opportunities that arise throughout the week. But these are my two main swing ideas, guys, and good luck for the week, and I will see you next week.
So you're an active trader, not doing as well as you want, not doing as well as you deserve, and you just can't figure out why you can't become profitable no matter how hard you try. Well, let me show you why. This is your competition. The traders in this room. This room right here is full of elite traders, some of whom are making 7 and even 8 figures a year. In fact, our top guys have made nearly 20 million each in net trading profits in a single year. Let's head to my office so I can share more. So you're probably used to seeing videos of lavish trader lifestyles, trading gurus trading off of a laptop for an hour a day, heck, maybe even 15 minutes a day, and then them relaxing on some secluded beach for the rest of the day. Well, All I can tell you is that our traders train like pro athletes. They live and breathe the markets and are continually working on their trading skills. Because at our firm, that's what we found it really takes to make it in this game. I'm Mike Bellafiore, co-founder and managing partner of SMB Capital, one of the world's top proprietary trading firms located in Midtown Manhattan. And we're always looking for trading talent to hire and develop. And not just to trade in-house on our desk, but also to trade from their own home, entirely using our firm's capital. And we have numerous traders doing just that, allowing them to make upwards of 7 figures trading the firm's capital without risking their own money. But to even get a shot at something like that, you need to have the right training. That's why we're doing a new free online presentation in which we share how you can get an interview with SMB to become an in-house or remote trader, trading firm capital without risking yours and gaining access to all of our firm's coaching and resources. And the best part, you don't have to be a profitable trader yet. In fact, we prefer to mold profitable traders with our methods and our techniques. That's why we have just 3 simple criteria that can earn anyone an interview. We're looking for highly ambitious and determined traders who fit our culture first and foremost. So if you believe that could be you, sign up for the free 1-hour online presentation by clicking the link that's in your top right corner of your screen now.